Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Natural and Glamorous, Inspiring and Nourishing Home. This week on the blog, I'm sharing my pumpkin bread recipe. It is a recipe that we use around this time of year for an after-school snack, and I nourish it up so that we are not eating processed foods or sugars during the school week. So you're going to want to hop over there and grab that recipe if you're looking for an after-school snack that is delicious and nourishing and also seasonal. So I'm going to talk to you a little about today about the ingredients that I've used for this pumpkin bread, because there are just a few things, a few steps that I did to make it super nourishing and to grab as many of the nutrients as possible for my son and myself as we're eating this yummy after school snack. When I made the pumpkin bread, I used einkorn wheat flour instead of white flour to make it more nourishing for us. Einkorn wheat is the oldest form of wheat available to us. It has never been crossed and never been transformed. So it's actually an ancient grain that is the same as it was all those years ago. So einkorn is a traditional ancient grain that has never been transformed throughout time. So it's going to offer you the most amount of nutrients. Okay, so something else that I do to make my baked goods more nourishing for my family is I soak the flour that I'm going to use overnight. When you soak the flour, it is a traditional way of preparing your grain, and it does two things for it. It breaks up anti-nutrients inside of the grain and makes the nutrients more easily absorbed into your body when you eat it. It also breaks up the gluten inside the grain, and those of you who have a gluten sensitivity or a gluten intolerance may find that when you soak your flour and it breaks up that gluten, that you can enjoy eating gluten again, that you can have wheat flour and not have those digestion issues. 3 ways that you can properly prepare your grains and make them more nutritious, break up the anti-nutrients, and make them more easily digestible and break up that gluten. You can soak your grains, you can ferment your grains, and you can sprout your grains. So today I'm going to focus on soaking my grains because I find that it is the easiest way to prepare your grains before you're using them. It involves the least amount of time, which all of us moms need more of anyway. To soak your grains, you're actually just going to do equal parts of flour and water. You want to use filtered water that doesn't have any chemicals inside, because you don't want to add those chemicals to your nutritious flour that you're spending so much time to make even more nutritious. So you want to do a cup of flour to a cup of filtered room temperature water. After you put your flour and your water together, you're just going to add an acidic agent to break up those anti-nutrients and to break up that gluten. You can use lemon, you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use buttermilk. I never have buttermilk on hand, and I find that apple cider vinegar, although it's super nutritious, kind of gives our grains that taste. And I have a 7-year-old son, and I want it to taste like pancakes, or I want it to taste like muffins, so I don't use apple cider vinegar for that reason. Lemon is my go-to soaking grains acidic agent. I just squeeze a half a lemon onto the water and flour mixture. Then you're going to cover it up with a clean cloth and let it sit on your counter overnight at room temperature. You need 8 hours at least, or overnight. Really, if you just remember the step to soak the water, the flour, and the lemon, and then let it sit on your counter, it's so super easy. When you wake up the next day, everything will be ready to go for you to mix up your muffin mix or your pancake. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you learned some easy steps on making more nutritious snacks for your family. Hop over to Natural and Glamorous and grab that pumpkin bread recipe. It is delicious and your kids are going to love it. If you have any questions about using einkorn flour or preparing your grains, comment below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future posts.